What is going on, everybody? My name is Kneeckoh and welcome back to another Pokemon video. Now, we got the announcement that we were getting Diamond and Pearl remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. However, there's been rumors and speculations for the longest time that Pokemon Sword and Shield would actually be getting a third DLC somewhere down the line. And it seems like this is becoming more and more likely the more we look at Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, as well as the future of Pokemon VGC. So, we're going to go into a little bit of speculation here with this video. If this is your first time here on the channel, make sure you are subscribed for more Pokemon videos in the future. Let's get into it. So like I said, Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl were announced, and it left a lot to be determined in regards to the competitive scene of Pokemon moving forward, especially after they canceled the World Championships for this year. So I even made a video about it. The question is whether or not we would move our competitive scene into the Diamond and Pearl remakes or keep them in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, the more I sit and think about it, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to move it into Diamond and Pearl with the information that we know thus far. Diamond and Pearl doesn't seem like it's going to have any sort of Dynamax mechanic or thing of that nature, so it seems very awkward of Pokemon for them to go from having these big, awesome battles with the Dynamax feature to then revert back to just nothing. Maybe Mega Evolutions. It's been kind of teased that Mega Evolutions would be making a return, but to just go back to kind of nothingness after being so Dynamax heavy for so long, it seems like a very odd change in the VGC format moving forward. But the more we look at it right now, it just doesn't seem likely that, because there's no Dynamax mechanic and thing of that nature, it doesn't seem likely that we're going to move into Diamond and Pearl. Also, the VGC right now being as it looks really good, and going back to this chibi art style seems kind of like a weird transition moving back and forth. So I think at this time, my opinion is that we are going to stay in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, this would mean that there needs to be an addition of the missing Pokemon that are left. There's like, I think 270 Pokemon missing, something like that. Around 200 or so Pokemon are missing from the Sword and Shield Pokedex at this time, which would leave just enough for a new DLC, or maybe even 2 DLCs. Now, this makes sense also because with Diamond and Pearl remakes, we are also going to have access to a bunch of those Sinnoh Pokemon that are missing, and a bunch of other Pokemon that they may include in that game, which makes sense that we would have access to Home in that game, and then be able to move the Pokemon from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl back to Sword and Shield. This makes a lot of sense, and also supports the idea that there needs to be at least a bare minimum an update that adds these additional Pokemon. However, on Reddit there was a post, a leak, and I will have the link in the description below, that basically lays out what the next Pokemon stuff will be. So they said in 2020 Sword and Shield DLC 1 and 2 would be out. That was true. 2021 Diamond and Pearl remakes, simple remake that will not replace Sword and Shield, minus Sinnoh plus 100 more. And then it said in 2021 Sword and Shield DLC 3, releasing the rest of the missing Pokemon plus 3 additional mythical Pokemon would be coming. And then also in 2022 there is Project Kingan, which is just Project Legends Arceus. So that is something that is worth noting, is that they did bring up the Diamond and Pearl would be just a remake. It would just be a remake. You can replay those games, get those Pokemon, and then that would not replace the current Sword and Shield VGC stuff. Then we would get a Sword and Shield DLC 3, that would add the missing Pokemon from Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl and the other missing Pokemon from the Galar Dex, and we would be able to continue VGC in Pokemon Sword and Shield with these additional Pokemon that were previously unavailable, thus shaking up the format and keeping Sword and Shield's VGC stuff fresh. This makes a lot of sense when you think about the fact that, you know, these remakes do not look as good as Sword and Shield. That is just a fact. They went with a very chibi art style, and that's fine. It looks really good. I like the chibi art style, but it seems like an odd transition having a VGC game where you are your character. You get to dress them up, do whatever you want with your character. You can be your character, and you have these big grand scale battles, and then go back to this chibi kind of goofy art style. It didn't make a whole lot of sense. Plus, you know, with the chibi art style and this saying it's going to be a traditional remake or a one-to-one remake, it doesn't make sense to have the national decks in this one-to-one remake moving forward. It makes more sense to have this remake and move the Pokemon back into Sword and Shield. This also just lines up with all the rumors that yes, we were going to get more Sword and Shield content, because we have no information in regards to the actual next mainline Pokemon game. Yes, we know Legends Arceus is coming, however, Legends Arceus is not a traditional Pokemon game, and at this time they have said that there isn't going to be any multiplayer aspect. It is a single player RPG, so definitely not what I'm thinking when I think of the next mainline competitive Pokemon game. That is going to be Gen 9 later down the road. So this makes a lot of sense for there to be an additional DLC and then have all the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Pokemon move back. Another thing that supports this is that the World Championships that were canceled for this year and moved to 2022 are in London, which the Galar region is based off of. The Galar region is based off of England, and it just makes sense that they would want to keep these games tied together. Also, just the fact that the 2021 events were supposed to be Sword and Shield, so it wouldn't make sense for them to cancel it and then be like, oh look, now we're moving to 2022, and although we have VGC and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, we're still going to do the Sword and Shield championships instead. That wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So they definitely knew this when they canceled and rescheduled. They definitely knew that we were still going to be in Sword and Shield, which is another reason that supports the third DLC option moving into 2022. Now, I don't know when the release date for this third DLC could be, because we don't necessarily know the release date for the Diamond and Pearl remakes. If the Diamond and Pearl remakes were to come out around September, maybe even late August, I would definitely feel that we would be getting the DLC before the end of the year. However, if Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl comes out a little later this year, I could definitely see them postponing the third DLC for Sword and Shield until sometime maybe, you know, early next year. That would make the most sense in regards to the release schedule. But the earlier Diamond and Pearl remakes come out, the earlier I think we get this third DLC. It just makes the most sense. But that is really all I have on the subject today. I definitely think this is all competitive oriented. I don't think it has anything to do with, you know, just how they decided to do this. It's definitely competitive based. They want to get their money from the competitive scene. That's why they moved worlds, all that stuff. And they're going to get more money out of Sword and Shield by doing a third DLC and keeping the competitive scene there. So that is definitely what this is all about. I don't have anything else to talk about in the subject, so leave a comment below if you think this is the most accurate scenario in regards to how they move forward with competitive Pokemon, and if we are getting a third DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm interested on your thoughts in the comments below. But that is going to be it for this one. Hope you found the video entertaining and helpful. If you did, leave a like, smash the subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Be sure to share the video with your friends. Check out the Discord where people over there playing Pokemon all the time, and be sure to check out me and be sure to check me out over on Twitch, TikTok, and all my other social medias if you're interested in keeping up with me, this channel, the stream, or anything like that. Like I said, that is it for this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one.